Yeah, we're back. Yeah, we got kicked off. We got kicked off. At least my internet did. I would say that rainstorm may or may not have had something to do with it there, Jones, or I don't know. Let me reboot my cam here.
Okay. Now, are we on now?
We are. We're live, Doug, but we're back on the air.
Oh, okay. I'm not finding the stream as
Well, go to my channel and then look for live streams and hit it.
if only I didn't already just do that.
I like Salt said, I thought I missed the show. No, we were going strong and it just stopped. I am a pro at getting restarted. We can get the feature chat to work here. Gilster's back with us. All right, so we got about 6 back. Maybe the rest of them will come back. I don't know, but we were going to look at some comments. Let's give everybody a chance to get back. While we were playing the music and fun, right before we got disconnected during the anthem theme for the channel, I could hear you, Joneser, and you were like opening shit like a madman.
Yeah, it opened a couple figures there. Now we're back. There we are.
I like Salt said it rained hard here. Also, no internet for an hour. Yeah, it was storming kind of a little bit out there. Not thunder and lightning storm, but you could hear the rain coming down real hard. There's Susudio back with us. Good to see you there, girl. All right, give everybody a chance to get back in here, and we'll get back started. While we're waiting for them to come back, I'll play the Afternoon Delight opening theme here for you, Jonesy. Yeah, Kingpin, badass. Here, let's do that real quick. All right. Jones are still busy opening stuff up. I can see him looking down, and then he stops and looks at the camera, realizes we're back here. All right. I'm hearing a little bit of echo here. I don't know why.
Hello, echo, schmeckle, fleckle,
yeah, you're getting picked up by my mic.
Your mic likes me so much, it's trying to pick me up.
Yeah. Absolutely, and it shouldn't be.
It's just what happens when you're so likable like me. You got this cool Kingpin. I don't know what it would be. I've changed nothing. I've changed nothing and I've done nothing.
All right, let's see if you're going to be picked up now.
Hello?
That's better. That's better. Okay, that's
I
better.
turned it down a little bit to see if it's on saying you got no audio, which is probably by design.
Yeah, I had turned the mic off for a minute because there was a bit of bleed over from my mic into Jonesers and back and forwards. I think we got that taken care of. All right, how do I sound, folks? Am I coming in loud and clear? Or do I need to turn my volume up some?
I hears you.
Of course
The
you
bass
do,
hears
because
you.
you're hearing a different mic than they are, Jonesy.
They say you got it. Sean saying you got it. On Ryu 83 says you got it.
All right, cool. All right, good.
If you want my audio, you got it. If you need my audio, you got it. I won't hide it.
Yeah, there's still a little bleed over, but it's not. I don't hear the echo in my ear. Of course, I'm half deaf, so it.
He's half deaf, folks, and he can't hear out of the other ear.
Yeah, I can't hear in one. I can't hear in one ear and deaf in the other. So yeah, this one worse than this one. This one here was the one that was next to that 50 cal machine gun with no earplugs in. Everything good, says Sean. All right, well, we were going to look at some comic books, so let's go ahead and do that since we got 9 of the original 12 back, and at one point 12 were here, and then we lost a couple. Anyway, here we go. Over here, and of course we're going to look at the toy cam, but it's going to be both of us in the background so they can hear us, Joneser.
Okay.
All right, so we got a stack of comics here.
That's
And it's just absolutely exactly what it says on the tin, a stack of comics. And I guess we'll go through them one by one together there, Joneser, and you tell me what you think. Let's wonder if I can throw us up on the screen so they can see us down there at the bottom. I'm gonna do that as well here. So bear with me as I start moving us around here. There we go. There's me. Joneser up here. There's Joneser. All right, so there's the both of them. They can see us now.
I'll try not to pick my nose then.
Try not to what? Pick your nose? Yeah, you can pick your friends and you can pick your nose, but you're not supposed to pick your friends' nose.
Well, I suppose not. That would be no good.
All right, so the first comic on the stack here, and it's got some spine damage to it, but this is JLA World War III. I mean, cam back better. Number 37, cover date January of 00. And I guess that
I know nothing about this book.
that looks like, I guess, Barbara Gordon, Injustice Gang Strikes. Hey, Nightwing, good to have you back, man. I don't know why Soupy's there is kissing the Huntress, but that's interesting. This was the World War III storyline that came out back then. I kind of vaguely remember that.
There's like Grant Morrison, and I'm typically not a fan of a lot of his writing.
Morrison Porter Dale is what it says on the cover here. I guess $1. This is probably all guess. Dollar bin stuff, guys. We're just going through and seeing what she decided to leave. Batman Eternal from the New 52. This is issue number 33. Rated T.
I'd say
for
at least a
teen.
couple bucks just because it's Batman. Batman usually does better than $1.
January 2015. Here's another JLA. February of 01, 48 pages. 7 divided by 1 equals Cataclysm.
A very cool cover. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be interested to look that one up.
Check out some interior art real quick. Apparently they were still printing them on newsprint back then before they went to complete Baxter paper. Martian Manhunter number 0. Cover dated October of 98 from the pages of JLA.
That's a slick cover. I like his face in the background there.
Ostrander Mandrake. Straight to an ad. I like this cover. Day of Vengeance tie-in, JSA number 77, November 05. That's an Alex Ross cover there of old Green
Absolutely. Yeah, those usually at least fetch a couple dollars just because of his Alex Ross.
Do 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 do. John Cena
I didn't
sucks.
see that. I can't see him.
Keep going to that page. The pages are. That Airwave? That's an obscure character. Alex Ross, yes, sir. Another week 42 of New 52. This cover here looks like it's got a little water damage to it. February 07. Origin of Plastic Man with Ethan Van Sciver. GameCube era
Being
WWE.
with the water damage, that's probably dollar bend.
Gojitron says, I'm driving home from work and listening. Will you be careful?
We appreciate you. You just keep your mind on the road, my friend.
The Flash, Iron Heights. This looks like a prestige format book right here. Van Sciver, Johns Rollins with Chuckery. Jeff Johns
Bigger,
writer.
thicker book, probably a couple dollars at least.
Rollins, John Costanza, letterer, colorist, and separator Chris Chuckery. Like beginning is in black and white, moves into color. Never seen this book before.
The cover looks interesting though.
Yeah.
A lot of people they're flipping through, they buy books based on the cover. Oh, a little damage there. Yeah.
Rebirth. Kid Flash of Two Worlds. The Flash number 1 from Rebirth.
You know, I enjoyed Rebirth for what it was, but the biggest problem I think Rebirth had was that they did that too soon after New 52, and it was
a direct result of the fact that everybody hated the fuck out of New 52, and it didn't go over very well. So that was
what's funny is New 52 looked great compared to Rebirth.
They were taking a step back with New 52 because they'd gone a little too far with the fans, I think, with New 52 and Rebirth.
Yeah, I think a lot of times too you got to stay the course, you know.
Wonder Woman, year 1, DC Universe Rebirth.
Usually a good sign to get an issue number 1. That's usually at least a couple dollars minimum.
Like a retelling of the origin.
I'm not noticing any key appearances or anything yet, but you never know.
You're not going to notice anything cool. I don't know what this is. The Draconis Project.
Like Venom.
It looks like Venom versus
Predator.
And some kids.
That might be interesting.
Not sure what this is. This may be a zine. Oh, it's black and white pages.
Yeah, Venom usually will catch a price. You know, people pay for Venom.
Jay and Silent Bob comic book. 1 of 4.
That's a crapshoot. That could either be worth a fortune or nothing.
Black and white. Oni
Sometimes the
Press.
weird ones go for more dollars than you think.
Yeah. Sean says EVS had a recent ARCA series NASCAR wrap for Cyberfrog that looked freaking. He's talking gaming. I don't know much about gaming,
okay.
Sean. You know that. Looks like something
I know
eight part of this cover right here. Something took a chunk out of that. Trinity number 2.
Trinity was a good read. I have a few issues of Trinity.
And JLA Classified. Looks like Bad Mary Marvel on the cover. Mary quite contrary says, dude, it looks like she hooked that ass. I don't know what this. I know Mary Marvel turned evil and she looked like a dominatrix there for a little while. That's so.
No, he's talking real life NASCAR. He wasn't talking video game.
Oh, okay, cool. JLA Paradise Lost. For the love of God. Who is this character on the cover? I do not know. Mark Miller and Ariel Olivetti.
I guess with the name Paradise Lost, probably some kid from Themyscira.
Here's 2 of 4, so maybe we've got the whole series here of Jay and Silent Bob. They're getting an eye.
I can tell you right now, just because of the cover, that book will go for a couple dollars.
We're getting community struck just by showing that cover, I guess.
I doubt it. It's just a freaking line. Now, if they would have had the other camera angle, maybe.
The Man of Steel number 130, Ending Battle Part 3 of 8, All Fall Down. Looks like Mongol.
That one will probably be a fun one to read.
November 02, and it's got a little thing in the corner. We remember 9/11. So this was a year and a month or two after that particular event. Oh.
Just so you know, Bill, when you lean away from the mic, there's a dramatic difference in the volume of your voice.
So, yeah, that's because the mic is set up to be where I have to speak into it in order for it to pick me up, so it doesn't pick up noise around me or behind me like the speaker.
No, I get you. I'm just letting you know because you're doing a lot of speaking where it's barely audible.
Sorry about that. I'll have to remember to keep in mic range. The Pretenders.
Well, I'm not worried about me. I can still hear it. I'm thinking the audience.
They probably can't.
Okay.
I've noticed that in some of my videos. As I get further away from the mic, I'm harder to hear. And that's by design. Because you really don't want the mic picking up a whole lot of stuff other than you. Superman, Batman number 14. What's the cover date here?
Now, I have seen this cover before.
January 05. Pretenders to the Throne.
I've seen this cover, and I do feel like, I don't know if it's a key, but it's definitely a sought-after cover.
Here's another one. This is number 8. That was number 14. Jeff Loeb and Michael Turner, Batman, Superman number 8. The New Girl in Town. And this was, they still had the old DC Bullet. I think that's coming back, brother. I think that's coming back. That DC Bullet there in the corner.
It would be smart to bring that back just for the nostalgia factor for sure.
Absolutely. We got Green Lantern number 165. All New Calling. And I guess that's the new Green Lantern. What was his name? I can't remember.
Kyle Rayner?
Yeah. And he called himself something different, like Icon or something like that.
I can't remember. I wasn't as huge a fan of him.
A Turner cover says Honor You 83.
I can only tell you that from experience that there's nothing harder to sell than a Green Lantern book.
Void where prohibited. Manhunter. December 05.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that your daughter, much like her father, is a DC fan.
Somewhat, yes. Probably
I have
because of
seen
me.
one Marvel character so far.
Well, you're fixing to see one here in a minute. Superman number 677. Iconic image of him holding the Daily Planet planet over his head. We've seen that in comics and in movies a dozen million times, I guess. And did it again
Right.
with this cover here.
Not familiar with the cover, but I am familiar with that particular concept.
Here we have X-Men. September.
Phalanx Covenant.
And
yeah, this one probably would be for at least a couple dollars.
We got two of them in here. There's two of them in this piece of plastic here. Two of the same issue.
Okay. Yeah. So she was thinking that's going to be a key. So and it probably is.
Here's another one. This one also has two inside this plastic cover.
Yeah, and at this time they were big on doing these kind of covers, where they were like chrome or what have you, or the foil covers.
And another one. Thing.
And she's got 2 books in each one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was speculating a little bit there.
Apparently. Here's another one. Apparently, maybe she got all of the limited series together. I don't know. Another double issue.
Yeah, I think if she bought 2 of each, she was speculating these are going to be valuable. And I have that particular Spider-Man book on the other side of that.
Yeah, this is going back in time here to my time. Here's Reign of Superman, Man of Steel, from back in 1993. This was the 13th of the storyline issues. Superman, Man of Steel, number 22. The funeral is over. Busting out.
Bill, I think if you flip that around, there's a Spider-Man book on the other side of that.
Yes, there he is. This would be Peter Parker, Spider-Man, January 97. Shock follows shock.
I believe that may be the first appearance of that Shock character, which is good news, but the bad news is I don't think he really took off.
Nobody gave a crap, okay.
Yeah.
Planet DC, Superman, number 12, 2000. The newest hero south of the border, Iman, El Utiro, and Akratra, whatever. 2000. All right, gonna roll out, getting ready to start for a stream. Have a good one, everybody. You take care, Sean. We're just gonna keep on rolling here because I don't have to go to work tomorrow. Jones will probably do. Aliens, Xenogenesis. And I asked her particularly about these Alien books that are in here, and she said she didn't want them. Alien 3, number 3 of 3. That's the movie adaptation of it.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
There's a board between the 2 books as well. So here's a prestige format Dark Horse book, Aliens Newt's Tale.
I will say the Dark Horse books can surprise you for value. A lot of the times, especially Dark Horse Star Wars, or even Alien. The fans seem to like these ones because the Dark Horse seems to go a little further with the gore.
And back to some DC here. January 01, Green Lantern with this ring. Once again, there's the fake, well, not fake, but well, fake lantern there. What's his name? Kyle Rayner.
Kyle Rayner.
I think this is Jade, right? That would be Alan Scott's daughter.
That I couldn't tell you. You would probably know better than me.
Speaking of Alan Scott, here he is right here, facing off with fake lantern, whatever his name was. Here's another one on the back here. All this 01. More Green Lantern. Somebody was a Green Lantern fan. Hal Jordan is the Spectre. This could be bad. That's when they made him the Spectre. That sucked butthole.
Yeah, I have the first 5 issues of that. It's actually not a bad read.
And
I remember that when they did that. If that's the first time that he became the Spectre in that book, that might be a key issue.
Green Lantern 112, May 99, Chinatown Showdown. And on the other side, number 116, September 99, Plastic Man Stretched to the Limits. It's got Plastic Man. And looked like
And no
Booster
Plastic
Gold.
Man had limits.
More Green Lantern. Prisoner of the Lantern. That looks like John Stewart there, maybe. Like he's in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I would say.
Another Green Lantern. Monsters of Madness. Week 26 of the New 52, The Beast Who Came to Dinner. Week 37, The Origin of Firestorm. That looks like Booster Gold cover, man. Oh, going back in time here. Here's the DC Justice League of America Annual #2 from 1984. This is a keeper. That looks like the Justice
For
League
sure.
Detroit there. Not a very big popular time. Here we have September 1984, Justice League of America #230 with looks like some coffee stains up here in the corner.
Yeah, these books here, being that they're a little older, probably fetch a few dollars.
Even with a coffee stain on it.
Yeah, even with a coffee stain on it.
This one here is 1985. It looks like it got a Mazo, and we got Mira here. We got Steel and Vibe. We got some of the Justice League Detroit here on Zatanna.
Sure. Because yeah, these books from this time, even if they got some damage, that still just puts them to low grade, and even at low grade, there's still a few bucks.
August 85, Justice League 241, still in the Detroit era. They're fighting a Mazo.
I
The
mean, granted,
new
if you're
Teen Titans.
selling it at a con, somebody pull it up and say, "Hey, buddy, there's a coffee stain on it," and try to get a deal.
Who Killed Trident? The new Teen Titans, July #33, doesn't have a year on it.
What's the price on it? 75 cents.
60 cents.
Okay, so early 80s.
Another new Teen Titans, #30. Tara joins the Titans. This was during the time of the Judas contract, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, you are right on the money. If you pull one of those out of there, you got a couple $100.
Now, these were also reprinted at Tales of the Teen Titans and gone to the newsstand. And the October '84, Tales of the Teen Titans, The End of the Hive. And on the back here, we have a 4-part
That's a good cover.
4-part miniseries, The Shadow War of Hawkman, first shattering issue, May 1985.
Yeah, I'd put that in the probably worth a few dollars pile.
And last but not least, we have Flash here. Grant Morrison, 2 of 7. Flash Crisis. On the other side, we have number 33 from September 2014, 52 Flash. So that is the stack O comics that Sarah left me. Hey, Cat Van D, good to see you. Honor U83 says he thinks a key issue.
Yeah, I thought so too. The Hawkman one, most likely.
Kate Van D decided to join me today. I guess you missed the earlier stream that we started with Afternoon Delight. That my internet decided to go bye bye. We came back pretty quickly. I've gotten kind of good at that here lately, Jones. Unfortunately.
Yeah, well, stuff happens, and you got to be able to react to it. So
It is what it is.
Good that you are becoming good at such things.
I just hope that doesn't happen Monday afternoon when we've got our man in the here doing our interview.
Well, if it does, you just regroup, reconnect, and what else can you do?
All right, this has to be said. It has to be done. There's still 8 people with us, and I will continue to stream until I get tired or you do one. What is the state of the investigation?
Investigation? You mean the folks that is putting videos up, or folk? I believe this is a single person. Well, you kind of put me on the spot on this here.
You started it because you teased the F out of me, and you wouldn't talk to me. You would look. You said, "I can't talk to you. You're a suspect."
You are a suspect.
But see, Jones, your investigation techniques have a lot to be desired. Your investigation techniques consist of, you're guilty. I know you're guilty. Go ahead and admit you're guilty and get it off your chest. And I'm like, I didn't do it. That's exactly what someone guilty would say.
Right.
That's not an investigation, brother. That is not.
Where we're at. Here's where we're at. I have since consolidated the investigation, because at first we had a bunch of sticky notes with 100 names on it, right? So we've condensed that, because writing names like God, or like people that don't. Here's the thing with an investigation, because you are right, Bill. I can't just accuse everybody without proof. So the person that did this would have 2 things. They would have 1, a motive, and 2, they would have the means. Every guilty party in any investigation has a motive and the means. So we took that list and we put a star or a plus next to your name if you had a motive or the means. And Bill, you're one of the few people that have 2.
Why would I have
You
any?
do have.
I may
You
have
do have a
means.
motive.
I won't deny I may have the means to do such damage. But what would be my motive? Because well, first of all,
honestly,
before you go into your diatribe, let me tell you this. Well, first of all, I'm a very, very selfish person. I don't know if you guys realize this or not, but I am very, very selfish. I want all the traffic to be on my channel and nowhere else, because I want all the watcher hours and all the subscriptions that I can get. And I don't want anything to interfere with that. And you've known me for a long time, and you know that's what I am. So what would my means be in this? Now, go ahead, diatribe.
Your means are simple. You know YouTube, and you know how to do this. And
motive. What would my motive be then?
Your motive would be, oh, that's simple, just to drive me nuts and poke the bear. That's simple. That's an easy one. Or we have created content for said channel, because here we are on your channel talking about this. So you got motive all over the place, and you got means all over the place. That's why I can't cross you off as a suspect. You're just too damn good. But you're not the only suspect. You see, Joneser don't put all his eggs in one basket, if you will. But we got plenty of eggs out in there. But I have narrowed it down to 3 or 4 people that all have either motive or means. But you had so much motive and means oozing out of you, it was impossible to unlist you. Impossible. Plus, we got to go with, okay, who's the first person who told me about this? You. Who showed me where the links were? You. So it's like, without you, this whole thing didn't even begin. Plus, who made the video in the first place? You.
All right, I did make the video in the first place, but here's the thing. The channel Joneser's Missing Hand, and yes, that exists, people. It's over there on YouTube Kids for some crazy reason. I can't put it in my damn playlist that I made here to poke Joneser's bear because it's made for YouTube for kids. This was the first one that showed up, to be honest with you. I can tell by the date.
So this was the one we saw last is the one that was out first.
Yes. And here's the thing. That one was ripped from my stream. In other words, whoever got this video, they ripped it while we were streaming. I don't have the ability to do that, sir. And the other thing is, it was posted after we finished the stream, right afterward. So it was posted while you and I were doing our after show where we sit here and bullshit for a half an hour until we finally can't stand it anymore and both go to bed.
Here's another reason
These are facts.
Here's another reason why you make a pretty undeniable suspect. One of the pictures of me that was sent only to you appeared in one of those videos.
What picture would that be? Pray tell, if they ripped it from the stream, they got the picture from the stream, dude.
No, the actual pictures used was like a profile picture or something like that. I saw that. So that's interesting.
No, well, here's the thing. Profile pictures can be picked up easily. I think you did it.
I am crazy enough to commit crimes against myself, so let's not rule me out quite yet. But
don't worry, Studio. I believe that you did not do it. Joneser, on the other hand, I think did it, and so he's going to sit here and throw the suspicions all over the place so that he can pretend like he didn't do it when he actually did do it. You did it.
I can safely say I've crossed Sue Studio off of the list for the reason that I don't think she has the means, although motive, she would probably do this just to get my goat, just like most people would. But yeah, Joneser is on the list. My name was on the list. It still is. I have not crossed me out. There is a distinct possibility
that tells me volumes right there.
There is a distinct possibility I'm like the Green Goblin. I don't know I'm the Goblin, you know. It wasn't me, Peter. The Goblin did it. You never know. You guys are dealing with a crazy man, so you're going to have to deal with that.
You are unhinged.
That is true. And when people constantly mess with me, it makes me more unhinged. The other person I had on there that was pretty high up was old Johnny Sorensen. And Johnny said the same freaking tripe you said about, well, if I was going to do this, I'd put it on my own channel so I'd get the traffic. Again, that's the same kind of crap a guilty person would say. But Johnny and you both have been accused directly and you have both denied, which is fine. Again, I don't expect murderers to come up and say I murdered you.
I didn't murder anybody, you asshole.
You murdered my feelings. You wounded my inner child,
what the
sir.
Fuck ever. You know, I was going to Sioux Studio member for 8 months. I can't believe for 14 months. I can't believe it's been 14 months. Wow.
Well, there's another person that I've been leaning into, and that would be the Rickster. Now, the Rickster motive was be simple. The motive is pretty much the same for everybody, just to mess with me. Now the means, I wasn't quite sure. I don't know how YouTube savvy Rickster is, but I would say Rickster was on the original stream where the hand popped out. He was also on the subsequent stream where that freaking abysmal song that you made was played. And then here's the biggest proof I have for the Rickster. On the original stream, when I was opening the toys, he had commented, "Oh my God, it's like Christmas." Well, and then one of the videos is a Grinch title where it had the old what was it, 50s or 40s song, "All the best of us need a hand," or however it went.
Yes.
So some of the language screams Rickster to me because of his own comments.
He is
So
noticeably absent, not able to defend himself right now. So, okay.
That's okay. I will totally kick you while you're down. I don't give a crap. He is not here. Good. Rickster, I'm calling you out. You're not here to defend yourself. Tough crap for you. Don't post stuff with me in it. If you did. Anyway, now this second person or third person or whatever it is, they had a channel called Mustafa, right?
Yeah.
Mustafa. And then they had some freaking crazy freaking Arabic freaking language at the bottom of there. Do you know what that says? Because I do. I know what that says.
What does it say? Because I don't.
I translated it. It says, "We love Motu Gonzer."
Gonzer?
Goneser.
So I
We
guess
love Motu
Mustafa
Gonzer.
was
So I
trying
took
to
the
say
time to
Jones.
translate that.
Mustafa was trying to say Joneser, but he misspelled it Gonzer in Arabic.
Yes. Yes. And I'm glad Mike Fee's here because that leads me to suspect number 4. Mike Fee, because he has means. He knows how to make videos. He was on the original stream. He was also on the stream where the abysmal song was made. Yes, sir.
I'm going to defend Mike V here in this instant. I know for a fact that he does this shit on his phone and he doesn't have the ability to rip a stream. Because you have to have the ability to rip a stream in order to get the video that was used in 2 of said videos, if not all 3 of them. You have to rip a stream to do it. So you have to rip the original stream where I showed the song in order to do that.
That's kind of funny. That's very convenient. So he doesn't have the means, is what you're trying to tell me.
I'm telling you,
he doesn't have the means to do this. But who's his little buddy there that he's constantly messing with? That would be who? The Rickster.
Okay.
So maybe
you're saying that there is some collaboration going on here, some collusion.
There could be. We have multiple channels coming up.
The choice of the song from Rankin Bass Holiday Classic "Twas the Night Before Christmas" indicates someone with knowledge of obscure old animation. Yes, that would be Mustafa. No, that's the one that's got the little mouse.
Sheila,
yeah.
Sheila 182 or whatever it was. That was why I originally thought Johnny, because of the Sheila, because the Aussie people, don't they say, "Oh, no, Sheila," whatever. But then he says he's from I can't even remember where it was, but he said he's never uttered that in his life.
Nightwing has been here since October of last year. I think the stream that you showed up on was the one where we did Turmoil in the Toy Box, and we got quite crazy on that one.
He's here.
God. Oh boy. It's hilarious that Joneser's going nuts over a funny video. Whoever did it definitely got Joneser's goat. Okay. God says, "You, Motu Joneser, this is God. I would appreciate it if you would refrain from including my name in your list again in my YouTube kingdom, as I saved your life. See you at church on Sunday." I find this interesting. Now, first of all, this is a suspect, by the way, folks. It has to be. Not only that, this is weird because suddenly it shows up. Somebody watching this channel is doing this.
Yes, because I mentioned it and it returns. See, you speaketh his name and he comes. So, God, you may be God, but I summoned you. That's right.
Of course, I see the avatar there. Looks like classic old man God there.
Now I cannot. I'm gonna go to this guy's channel. Is this the God from before,
Yeah, it's the
or
God.
is
It's
this?
got to be. Why would it not be the God from before? Only that
Well,
one.
because he just made the channel right now, and he's apparently from Argentina.
Oh, this is a different God.
It must be because he made the channel just now. This may or may not be the original God. You may be an imposter God, but you are still a suspect because I believe you were the original God, and I believe you made those videos. You are the person that is messing with me.
Let's see. About heaven. Joined August the 29th, 2024. Okay, this just got made. You're right. And Argentina. Okay, Argentina. I didn't know you were from
Argentina. So the
Argentina.
one guy's from
God.
freaking Texas, because I even looked up because it said Little Miss Texas 1990, and I looked up that too, and her name was Suzanne something.
Right.
See, all of these are clues, Bill. These are all clues. These are little
No, they're
gifts
not.
to
They're
the identity.
shipping for you to fall down a freaking rabbit hole, which you're doing, by the way.
Clues.
Say hello to Alice while you're down there.
Oh, Mr. Rabbit.
Perhaps someone is trying to drive Jones or insane. How can they drive him insane? He's been insane since I met him because they covet the title of your favorite comic book guy, classic Hitchcock scenario.
Ooh, I like where Goji's going with this. I have not felt any pushback, but it did say on the Mustafa one that they like their favorite comic book guy or whatever, and then they called me Gonzer,
Gonzer.
which is weird. But I don't know if that's Gonzer as he misspelled it because he's just too stupid to spell in Arabic, or if
I don't
it's
think Joneser
Gonzer like it's
translates into Arabic very well, so that might have been the closest he could get, maybe.
maybe. I don't know.
I, I,
I was pretty proud of myself to have been able to translate that.
is Arabic phonetic? It may be pronounced Joneser in Arabic because G sometimes is pronounced with a soft g instead of a g, a hard g.
Yeah, I don't know. English is a weird language. I mean, this is where we like
I
put
watched the
P's and
video and
things
it
we
said
don't say.
Janine
And
says to studio. Gilster says, Amen, God. I don't think God's still with us. I think God took a hike right after he came in to play with us a little bit. So what happened was somebody here in the chat went and made a YouTube channel and called themselves God and then came in here and trolled us. Then they came back.
it was the same person that did it before, I'm sure of
Oh,
that.
exactly.
And I also think this is the same person who's trolling making these videos.
Hey, Joneser, they're coming to take you away, haha. They're coming to take you away, haha, to the funny farm.
Good luck with that. We'll see you at the front door.
Y'all stay tuned. In October, we're going back to the funny farm. Mike V says, I need help setting up OBS and how to make an AI video when someone has time.
Mike, I would love to go on and help show you some things in OBS, or you can ask your culprit friend who did these videos.
I can help you with OBS there. As far as the AI videos go, I can help you get started on that. That is a hit or miss thing, and you will spend credits trying to get something decent out of that until you learn. The secret to AI is the prompting. So there is a human involved in AI generation, and it's all in the prompts that you use. Bad prompting creates bad output. So you garbage in, garbage out.
The guy is a drifter.
It's a short drive to the funny farm for you, Joneser.
You know, I have been crazy most of my life. And it works, because I don't know if you've ever heard this, but or you look at Batman, right? Batman has trained his whole life to be the master fighting combat specialist. And who can get a smack in him on him once in a while? The Joker, Scarecrow, crazy people. You know why? Because you may know karate, but you don't know crazy. That's right.
Crazy
Crazy
like a
people have an
fox.
advantage.
Well, interesting developments here, I suppose. I find it interesting that out of 8 people who are here in the channel, one of them is God, obviously.
Right. But not 8 people commenting. See, somebody's lurking.
I really don't know what Rick can do and can't do on a computer. Well, I don't either. I don't know what he has or how he connects to the interwebs or anything. Feel crazy after all these years.
Don't worry, they put me on new medicine. It might help. It might not. It don't matter.
I love the look on your face tells me all I need to know.
I'll tell you what, I have always been not the one you want to mess with because you just don't know what I might do.
Could it be a hate watcher, says Mike Fee? Could it be one of our hateful hate watchers? No, I don't think so. Here's the thing. I think that whoever's doing this is doing this out of not spite, but out of ha-has and lulls. If you know what the lulls are, we do a lot of things for the lulls. And I think that it is because they love Joneser and they want to pick at him, and they're doing a decent job of it, I have to say. But no, our hate watchers, I don't even think they hate watch us anymore. I think they've gone to the wherever it is, what rock that they crawl under when they're not here.
They stuff their own head up their own butts and they're gone,
Yeah,
smelling their
not
own
worried
poo,
about them.
feces.
They as Big Daddy Storm says, they could kiss our ass because we're rolling on.
Right.
They think
And
about
that's
us
the
all the
thing.
time, and we think about them none of the time.
I guarantee you the person that's doing this is a friend of this channel, a friend of mine, a friend of yours, and like you said, is doing this in a little haha. And I'm having a little haha too.
You
But
look
I
like
am
you're
also
having a
going to
ha ha.
find
You
I'm going to find who this is. I will discover you. I will discover you and I will unmask you and I will prove to the people on this channel who this person is. I will get you.
I find this highly entertaining personally.
I will get you and I will make a video of you in one of your bad moments and make fun of it. How about that?
They're doing a good job. I agree. Joneser is getting trolled good.
There's a thing about the trolls. The trolls live under the bridge, and then everybody's got to cross the bridge. And it's fine crossing the bridge. Then you get some maniac like me who's going to get freaking dynamite and a little freaking push thing, and I'm going to blow the damn bridge up with the troll in it.
Whoever's doing it is having a good time at Joneser Smith. Well, let me tell you a secret, All right, first of all, look over here at this man and look at his face. All right, this this individual is the type of person that do this to himself just to get all this fucking attention.
That's a possibility.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying. I've learned an investigation technique or two from you, Joneser, and that I think you did. Go ahead and
That would be a plot
go ahead
twist.
and
That would be
admit it.
quite,
Admit it and get it off your soul so that you can have a clean conscience. Admit you did it.
that would be quite the plot twist that he did it to himself just to make an entertaining talking point for the show.
I've got a question for you. I've got a question for you. Whenever a church burns down, it makes the news, right? And everybody gets up in arms. How can anyone do this? And who always ends up being the one who burnt the damn thing down? The preacher.
God.
The preacher. The preacher burned his own church down to get all that attention. Joneser is going full Liam Neeson. He has a particular set of skills.
Do you remember the part in the movie where he's like, so you're gonna talk, and he's like, well, I can't, and he pulls out the money. Well, this help. The guy's like, I don't know, I'm still not sure. How about this? Okay, I'll tell you. And then all of a sudden he turns around, goes the other way, and then he ends up giving him the money back. Great moment in that movie. But I am not denying that I am crazy enough or stupid enough to do this to myself. But I'm also not in a position where I'm willing to admit it yet. So we're going to have to just see what develops. But I am going to find the person that did this, and I am going to get them. Get them being, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something.
You like the dog chasing the car. What you going to do if you catch it, fool?
Fight it.
Ouch. Okay. When I see you catch yourself, I will be very entertained.
Well, so you're under the impression that I am the one who did it.
Yes.
Now let's follow this rabbit hole. It was me. Okay. What's my motive?
For the fun, to sit there and have fun playing this character of going crazy on my show and then going over to your channel and doing videos of you crazed going through lists of suspects and pulling strings out and tying them to little boards and trying to figure out how to.
I haven't done any of that. Quite honestly, I hate it every time you play that damn video, and every time you send me a link to one of these other numbnuts who put another one up, I'm just irritated further. So why would I irritate myself?
Attention and
then promote it zero on my own channel.
Attention and fun. It's exactly what a guilty person would say to try to throw off.
Oh, nice Uno reverse card there, my friend. I appreciate that.
As I said, I've been learning from the master detective.
Yeah, oh yeah. Dick Tracy was my hero. The only problem is I can't get all of you in the room and put the hot light on you and then sticks like hot irons on your feet, because I guarantee you somebody's going to confess.
And I don't want to turn.
Right.
I don't know you can't prove I don't want to turn. To get a good laugh is why you would do it, Joneser. I agree with that sentiment entirely. That is the reason I think you did it.
That it was me.
Actually, I don't really think you did it, to be honest with you, because I don't think you have the means. Well, you do. You don't have the knowledge to use the means that you have.
You don't think I can't rip the video off of your channel and put my own music to it and make my own fake channel? Wait a minute. I just got an idea.
I wish I could make a little thing pop up.
Oh, I don't want to say it here, because if I give it away, then the person... I think I can figure this out. Now let me ask you something.
Okay.
When this video is made using your content,
Yeah, it used my content. That's correct. They actually ripped the stream that the content originally appeared on. They didn't rip the video. I actually released the video. You can see the full video without any editing whatsoever done to it. Without the actually they ripped it from, yeah, they ripped it from this video, this channel, and you can see the comments on the screen from that stream. I released the full video without all that on it. The video that I have here, pristine copy of it.
So when someone uses your content, are you not notified?
Well, it depends. See, I have a Creative Commons on mine. Most of my, if I remember to do it, I always change it from standard YouTube license to Creative Commons, which means that anyone can use my shit. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Because all that
So then
does
you
is
wouldn't be
drive traffic
notified
back
that
to me.
we found your content in someone else's video.
I do have the ability to see that, and I don't ever even look at it. The reason I know that these things exist is because people comment on the videos telling me that, like Dr. Claw. Once again, more sock puppets coming in to throw the suspicion off of them. They come in, they comment on the video. Sometimes they even send me a link. I can see that. You can't, because YouTube won't allow you to send links and comments, but they do show me those content. I can show you screen caps of that shit if you can't see it. Looks like they screen recorded it for sure. Yeah, they did. They screen recorded it, or they used a ripper software to rip it. We don't condone that, YouTube. It's not something that you should do on YouTube because it's against community standards to do that. And we will never ever tell you how to do that. But we do know that it's possible to do such things.
That's what I'm getting at. Now, to make a YouTube channel, you have to have a valid Google email, do you not?
That's correct.
Now, if I was to say become so twisted in my butt hurtiness that I decided to file a complaint, would I not be given the person's email address?
No, you would be given the ability to send a message to that brand account, because you know damn well that they're not using their own account, or they created a fake Google email. You can do that too. You can have as many Google emails as you want. All you got to do is go
Right.
there and sign up for it.
But I'm assuming that this person's so stupid that when you do get to their email, it would be something of the likes of like B Thompson at Gmail, or it would be the Rickster 44312 at Gmail, or
Right. Now, you can see my my comment on the actual video itself, because guess where I got the movie from to make the video that I made? I ripped Joneser's screen.
right, which I don't care, and I'm not going to abuse YouTube's copyright system strike deal to find this person. I'm just talking out loud because I don't care enough to do that.
Yeah, it's not gonna take you back to the person who did it. But I mean, I could set a copyright strike on that particular channel, but what good would it do? I mean, think
They
about it.
just make
Most of these
another
channels have
channel.
one video
These
on
are
them.
throwaway channels.
Yeah, that's
These are not
exactly what they are. They have one video on them, and it's the video in question, or whichever one it is. They've never released two videos to the channel. They've always made a brand new sock puppet troll to set the next video on. So we got a channel called Joneser's Missing Hand, or The Missing Hand is the name of that channel. Got one video on it. It's on YouTube for kids for some strange reason. Then we got Sheila over there with the Grinch Stole Christmas video. Then we got Mustafa with the Real American.
wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Yeah, he's a little
YouTube for
blurry.
YouTube for kids, you say?
Yeah. Joneser, you're a little blurry. So yeah, he's blurry because of the internet between he and I.
That brings me to another suspect that I didn't even think, but one that probably makes more sense than any of you. I wonder if Lyric did it.
Ooh.
Because he is definitely smart enough. He is definitely left down here alone enough. And he likes little pranks. I wonder if I got by my own son.
Yeah, but he ain't God.
No, he couldn't be. Yeah, he couldn't be because he's usually behind me playing Nintendo when those comments come. He does have his freaking Chromebook thing with him when he does that, though. He That's interesting. Could I have been punked by my 11-year-old?
Yeah, could be.
I got to think on that one. Anyway, I really hate this subject and don't want to talk about the stupid freaking hand anymore. So let's move on to something else.
Is a Joneser.
If I find out it was him, I'm going to get him. Let me tell you something about my devious little son. You saw that video where people put like a hair tie on the dishwashing sprayer thing? That way, when you turn on the water, it sprays you in the freaking chest or in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was our house for like a week after he discovered that. That's what he is.
This is a kid after my own heart, people.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's big on little pranks. This would be a good one because I can say he's smart enough to do it too, because I think he was 7 and he got a hold of a smartphone that was sitting in a junk drawer at his mom's, and he was broadcasting, live streaming on YouTube at like 2 in the morning on a school night playing with his Legos. And we discovered it and we're like, what in the heck is this kid doing? And it's like you wanted to be mad at him, but at the same time you were like, this was before I was live streaming. And I'm like, how did you do this?
There's little kid channels all over YouTube. You're supposed to be over 13 years old in order to make a YouTube channel, but there's little kids all over the place playing little video games and streaming themselves doing it. Got one or two watchers watching them while they do it.
Oh shit, there's kids that got millions of people watching them while they do it.
That too.
Yeah, he's got 3 channels that I know of. One of them he made when he was 7, but I think he's locked out of it. And he made his own email, made his own channel, and then did lives. And then got
Damn. A little kid just made me have a Windows error.
I'm gonna have to have a talk with him, and I think I want to look in his Chromebook.
Unless he's got you locked out of it.
That wouldn't surprise me either. He's a smart kid.
So you going to work tomorrow or not?
It's up to me. Here's the problem: that medication that they deemed that was the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I took it this morning, so I don't know how tonight's gonna go.
Oh, you don't know if you're going to get any sleep tonight because you're an insomniac. What time do you normally go to bed there, John? Or what time do you
Yeah, that's
normally
hilarious.
wind down and start stopping doing whatever it is that you do and just sit in your fucking chair? How about that? What time? On a normal
That
time when you're
depends.
normally being normal Joneser.
If I would like to be where I'd like to be when I'd like to be there, probably around 8:30 or 9. But
It's
to be honest with you,
8:19. I just so I'm not trying to drive you away or anything. I'm letting you be aware of what time it is.
here's the thing. That almost never happens because I'm either sorting or bagging and boarding comics, or I'm down here working on something that I'm not finishing, or I'm
So
reading,
so
or
what time do you stop all of that shit and finally say, look, I know I've got to get up in the morning and go into the plant, so I've got to go and at least sit in my chair or relax a little bit.
that depends on how taken away in it I am. You're talking to a crazy person, Bill. Sometimes it's 1 a.m. before I realize it's 1 a.m.
And what time do you get up in the morning, or what time do you start
5 or
getting?
6.
Okay, so
And here's another thing, and I've been doing this
now
for
all of
years.
this, all this lack of sleep could be contributing to the fact that you're sick. You know that too,
Oh,
right?
of course it is. Of course it is. But the other thing is, you got to go with. I've been doing this for years, and if you go back to my drinking days, like I would leave the bar at 1, 2 in the morning, go home, have 3, 4 more drinks, and then get up at 5:30 in the morning and go to work.
Are we putting you to sleep, Susudio, or are you getting bored by our chat?
Well, she wants some music.
Oh, we can do that. I'll probably do need to do that. Let me down here. What do you want? I know what you want. I don't want to play that stuff because I don't want to have to come back and have to edit this damn video. Let's see what I can pick.
But yeah, if I'm reading and I like it, I'm gonna keep reading. If I'm sorting comic books and I'm getting somewhere, I'm gonna keep doing it. And getting me to walk away from a task, a thought, a show, my mind constantly works. It's the crazy that makes me what I am.
I take my blood pressure meds. They make me sleepy.
Wish mine did. Mine have been keeping me up all
Yeah,
night.
his are doing the exact opposite. Lance Russell's nose. All right, we'll play Lance Russell's nose for her. Lance Russell's nose never gets me. Wimpbusters does.
Because it's too close to Ghostbusters.
That's too close to Ghostbusters. That's what it gets me for is the content from Ray Park.
Yeah, because it's his music. Even if it's not his
It
lyrics,
is
it's his music.
Correct. All right, we'll play Lance Russell's nose for Susudio. Here we go. Lance Russell. I don't. I'd do that. I've got to get my bearings here because I'm rolled off. Okay, I got it set up. For you, Susudio, Lance Russell's nose.
Put out a new artist. A lot of people calling. The phones are lighting up this morning for the new record from Jimmy Hart. It's called Lance Russell's Nose.
I was listening to my radio late last night when I heard a knock on my door. I went to the window and I peeked outside. It was a girl about 5'4". She said she saw my name on a bathroom wall, so she thought she'd give me a try. So I locked the door and I invited her in. But when I turned on the
Yeah, quickly. All right, we're back. James Armstrong says he loved the Ode to He-Man with Ali the Piper video. Fritos, okay. Awesome. I will play whichever one you want. Actually, I got it set up to play them both if you want. The studio wants some egg drop soup. Well, we're not gonna play the stuff that gets me copyrighted. Copy ID'd. So I just don't feel like having to edit that back out later. I want to have clean as possible for afternoon delight today. But James, if you want the Ali the Piper stuff, I'll do that for you. As Joneser sits there and gets a little bit of nourishment in his body, so that he can continue his trek into the late night without going to sleep. I don't have to go to work tomorrow. Here we go. No, it's cool. This is my first time talking to you, Bill. I just wanted to say, awesome channel. Jesus help you guys figure things out. 100. James is. Oh, stop it, Jones. Or this guy here. He's got to be cool. Matter of fact, it's good to have you here, James. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. And feel free to come in and join us anytime you want to, and just shout out into the chat and have fun with us. That's what this channel is all about: entertainment and fun. And part of the fun and entertainment is watching Joneser lose his fucking mind. That is hilarious as hell, isn't it, Joneser?
It has its moments.
As it's all right. For you, James, I'm going to play Zodak's Cosmic Chair, so we know who Zodak is. Then we're going to see Zodak come and bring Ali the Piper to Eternia, and then we're going to see Ali the Piper drive Skeletor away from Castle Grayskull. We got a good little set here, and it's all got a theme to it. You ready, Joneser? And no, I won't play your hand video in this.
I don't belie that for a second.
You'll find out whether I do or not in 3, 2, 1.
We got a new artist. A lot of people calling. The phones are lighting up this morning for the
Zodak on his chair flies, cosmic path seen through his eyes, guided by an orb's light, balancing wrong and right. Zodiac's vigilant stance. No side taken in the fray, in the cosmos night and day, judging actions as they come. Zodiac's work is never done. No side taken in the fray, in the cosmos night and day, judging actions as they come. Zodiac's work is never done.
In the dens of old Loch Lomond, mid the moor and heather tall, there strayed a lass named Dolly. With her pipe she could enthrall. She played a tune so haunting that the thistle bowed in grace. Her music told of heroes and of wretched Skeletor's embrace. He-Man needed saving in the shadows of Snake Mountain. Evil lurked and whispered near Skeletor's dark fountain. Down from skies came Zodak with wisdomation primal. Together they sought Ali, her bagpipes deemed essential. Ali the piper, hear her calling through the night. When Zodak she is blazing, her melody the light. To the aid of He-Man, her music's fierce and grand. Skeletor's bones are trembling within Eternia's land. Through the mists and ancient forests, under tartan skies of fire, marched Ali with her bagpipes, her heart a roaring pyre. Her notes to dance with spirits, from the isle sky to glide. Every monster in the dark would tremble then and hide. Zodak raised an astral hand, guiding through the fear. He-Man took up his sword, and a light the path made clear. Songs of war and legends, skulling in the echoes cheer. The power of Ali's piping vanquished folded sneers. Ali the piper, hear her calling through the night. When Zodak she is blazing, her melody the light. To the aid of He-Man, her music's fierce and grand. Skeletor's bones are trembling within Eternia's land. Trembling within Eternia's land.
It's time for another history lesson. Over the top, and amid the carnage and confusion of no man's land, stepped the Highland regimental bagpipers, screaming out the charge. It was the most awful music to be heard by men who have the Highlanders against them, and with fixed bayonets and hand grenades, they stormed the German trenches. This is the story of the bagpipers of World War I, the Ladies from Hell, nicknamed Die Damen aus der Hölle. Ladies from Hell by German soldiers for their distinctive tartan kilts and unparalleled bravery, the Pipers from the Black Watch, the 3rd Battalion, Royal Regiment of Scotland, garnered a fearsome reputation on the battlefields of World War I. Standing in full view of German soldiers, oftentimes armed with only their bagpipes, pipers were the first over the top, acting as a clarion call for British troops to keep moving. The sound of the bagpipes would spread terror among the German troops. When one lady from Hell fell, miraculously, another piper would seemingly arise out of the trenches to take his place. The wailing of the pipers served to rouse the troops, but it came at a great cost. An easy target for the Germans, of the 2,500 pipers who served during the Great War. An estimated 500 were killed, while another 600 were wounded.
Instrument of war. Skeletor and his evil warriors have finally banded together for a final assault on Castle Grayskull. Come, warriors, we will assault Castle Grayskull, and I shall be the king of all of Eternia. Yeah! I'm ready, Master. Let's go. By your leave, Mistress Alley. Skeletor and his evil band of warriors have been spotted approaching Castle Grayskull just a few marches away. It's Alley the Piper, Master. You know what? Fuck you, Skeletor. I ain't going up there. Not with Alley the Piper there. She'll inspire them to kill us all. It'll be a bloodbath. I'm out of here. Master, I have something else I have to do. Maybe next time. Come, Beastman. We'll show these cowards. Beastman. Ah! Curse you, Alley the Piper!
It's time for a history lesson. After the Jacobite uprising known as the Battle of Culloden in the year 1746, there were a series of bans and changes implemented by the English to the Scottish Highlanders. It became illegal to wear tartan and other Highland dress, and the Great Highland Bagpipe was classified as an instrument of war and was also banned. It is said that somebody was even executed for brandishing a Highland bagpipe after Culloden. If you were seen wearing a kilt or tartan, you could be put in prison for up to 6 months after just your first offense. The Highland pipes were classified that way until 1996.
Yeah, I'm back. We were out watching music videos. I went and got some more coffee so I could coffee up.
Yeah, stay up all night, right?
Been known to do that when I don't have to go to work the next day because I can sleep in a little bit. The name of the music video with Beastman and Evil Lynn is called The Battle for Eternia. I can play that if you want me to. I can set up another list of play. We want to welcome James C. Armstrong to the family. He has been chatting away in the chat with us tonight. And apparently Mike Fee and you weren't subscribed to him, but when I went over and looked, I already was. So I need to go over and look at some of his content because it sounds very intriguing.
Well, I wonder, is there some confusion on if Terry Funk had passed away? I wonder, is Dory Funk still with us?
Terry Funk passed away on August 23rd, 2023, says Mike Fee. So it's been over a year since Terry Funk. That may be what got Susudio was the fact that Terry Funk died last year almost on the same time that Sid died this year. So that you know what's weird is when I drink hot coffee, I actually go to sleep. I used to drink coffee like a madman, and that it got to the point where it didn't matter how much caffeine I had in me. If I laid down, I could go to sleep. I'm 54 now, and it's not that way anymore because I usually limit myself to 1 cup of coffee a day, and that is in the morning before work. However, on nights like tonight, I don't give a fuck because I like coffee and I drink it as much as I want and drink as much as I want, and I can feel it. Joneser knows when I'm highly caffeinated. He can tell by my demeanor and the way I jitter around and act.
Because sleep had been such an issue for me, and I haven't figured out why that was. I haven't had any coffee in probably 3-4 days, and none tonight too for the show, purposefully for that reason.
While Samoans passed this year, and then Sid.
Oh, it was Alpha had passed away.
Dory had a match just last week, an exploding fire match at 83. It's insane to watch. What? An exploding fire match at the age of 83. Would that the both of us could do shit like that when we turn 83, Jones, or when?
Bill, I'm 44 and I could barely put my socks on without hurting myself.
So was Terry Funk. If you watch that what is it, Dark Side of the Ring or Behind the Ring or whatever the fuck the name of that movie was?
No, I know which one you're talking about. Watching him get out of bed hurt.
I don't know, but I saw the news that said he died this week. Well, it's the lame stream media. Well, I think what happened was your news feed had the old news from the same time this same time last year. It's easy to get confused. Facebook does that shit. Have you ever seen Facebook throw a post at you from somebody from like 2, 3, 4 years ago, and you don't realize
Facebook will throw a post at me that I did like 7 years ago, and it's like the anniversary of it.
Why? Once I leave something like that,
sometimes I'm grateful as I'll see it and I'll be like, oh, I remember that. That's cool.
I can't remember what happened yesterday. I can't remember what happened 3 hours ago. Why am I going to remember what happened 7 or 8 fucking years ago? And look, I live on internet time, which is kind of different from reality. And anything that happened more than a year ago it's just as well 100 years ago when you're living on internet time.
I suppose. I'll tell you what. When I was out in California, we had driven up my old neighborhood and drove the streets, and I was able to tell my kid like, oh wow, this is where I got in a fight with my friend Billy, and this is my sister smoked her first cigarette behind that tree, and all the memories were coming back like a flood, just from seeing those old places.
Wow. You know what I'm going to...
Sometimes it's nice to look back at yesteryear, especially if you ain't seen some of those old haunts. I suppose it's different when you grew up in the same town and have always been there and never left.
Yeah.
For me, I left California 20 years ago, and I've only been back a couple times, and it's different every time I go back.
Yeah. Speaking of your vacation, would you like to see your vacation video?
You made a vacation video? Oh, that's right, you did.
Well, I certainly did.
That's right, I do remember. Yep. Hell, play it.
All right. I'll play that.
Better than your hand one.
Well, don't tempt me. I'm sitting here getting ready to make this. I'm making this list as we speak. So, you mess around and start talking about things that I wasn't thinking about. I might just stick it in there.
Well, I would just say one Joneser video per block.
Okay. Well, that's fair. All right. I will throw the vacation video in and a couple of comedy bits. Nothing that will copyright ID me. This is all my stuff, so I'm good there. And 3 videos. That's a good list. Both Appa and Sika are dead now, months apart. Crazy. X Live X, good to see you back. He said the fact is sharks swim. They do. Susudio wants Dick Tracy and the hand. Well, you get Dick Tracy maybe. We'll let me go down there and put Dick Tracy. And go on set list and add Dick Tracy to the requests. And there is old Kingpin on the screen for you guys to look at while I'm putting Dick Tracy in the mix here. Here's our pop. There we go. Joneser, when are you going to eat the ham loaf? That's my fault, Susudio. He will not fix the hand loaf until I send him the recipe, because he can't rewatch the video and just see the recipe on the screen. He has to have me email the recipe to him. And yeah, the pimp video.
That reminds me, Bill, we should do another weird food video.
Yeah, we haven't done any of that since back in January, February. I can't remember when the last one I did was. Yeah, I'll have to put one of those. At one time, my Pinterest feed was ruined with nasty food pictures. Now it's ruined with AI pictures of space chicks. Wonder why that is.
I have no clue. That couldn't be your fault at all.
It's all my fault. All right, and Mike V says, "Cool, that figure is sold out everywhere." The King.
Yeah, I got lucky. At Big Bad Toy Store, he popped in for like a cup of coffee. Someone must have canceled the pre-order, and I snatched him right up. And he went from available to sold out right when I bought mine. So somebody must have canceled him, and then I got in there.
I'm not a big Marvel Legends collector, but I do have a few things here or there. One being 2 sets of Fantastic Four, all both in different comic versions of their costumes. But there was one figure that's Fantastic Four related that I did not have, and no, it's not Doctor Doom. It is. Who do you think, Joneser?
Galactus?
My daughter's got Galactus. No. It's a Toy Biz version of the Build-A-Figure Galactus, but no, it's not Galactus. Who would go along with Galactus?
Silver Surfer.
Yes. I actually have Silver Surfer on my pile of loot over at Big Bad Toy Store. I've got a Silver Surfer that I'm going to be getting here soon.
Well, that's exciting. That's a very, to me, an underrated character.
Jack Kirby at his finest, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, I've seen a thing where people were talking about, who an A-list Marvel character is and where Silver Surfer would lie. And unfortunately, I'd have to say, for popularity, he would probably be a D or C-list character.
Really?
Because
I wouldn't think that.
Well, I mean, let's be real. If we're talking A-list, that's Spider-Man, Wolverine, maybe Deadpool, or the Avengers, the X-Men. That's your A-list. And I'd have to say, really, if you're being picky, your A-list is Spider-Man and Wolverine, and that's it. And you're going to your B-list would be your Captain Americas. And I'm just talking about popularity and
I
comic book
think
sales.
that the Silver Surfer belongs in the Fantastic Four cast of characters personally. So yeah, he's not an A-list character.
He sure does.
But he did have his own.
He sure
He
does.
did have
But,
his
as
own
far as
ish. He
him
did have
getting
his own comic.
He did, but every time he has his own comic, it's short-lived.
No, I don't think they ever did Superman and Silver Surfer when they were doing those crossovers.
That would be interesting because the Silver Surfer's powers are basically the absorption and conversion and redirection of energy. That's a lot of what he does. And so I'd be interested in how he would handle someone like Superman, because I do believe Superman, if he flew in and just whacked him with all his might, he'd take him out in one shot. But that's so out of character for Superman to do that. And same with Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer is not just going to come flying in and suck up all the energy out of Superman, which would revert him to basically a normal human. You know what I mean?
Honor You
It's
83
out of character
agrees,
for either one of them to act violently.
right? About Silver Surfer, I think that's what Honor You 83 agreed. And Studio said, "Did you know that Joseph
Satriani. He had an album of Surfing with the Alien. It's a very good one. I remember I had that.
Nightwing, Spider-Man, Hulk, Wolverine, Thing, Thor, and Venom. That's his list of A-list characters. Remember, Iron Man was on the C list. Yes, he was. You're right. Iron Man was on the C list before the movie with Robert Downey Jr.
For sure. I would even say Thor would have been C list. I mean, B list would have been like, people will get mad when you say it, but I mean, think of this like the Howard Stern when the hot chick came on there and he said she was a 6. That's basically what we're doing here. Like, so B list would be characters like, Captain America or Hulk, or you know what I mean? Because A list can only be the best of the best. Like if we switched it to DC's A list would be Batman all by himself.
Yeah, but right now that's all that sells DC Comics is Batman.
Yeah.
And
Batman Superman, unfortunately, would be B list when he should be A list.
Yeah, Superman hasn't been on the A list in years. I'm going to go out on a limb here, people, and I'm going to say something very controversial. Please don't unsubscribe to me because I said something controversial. I don't think Superman's been on the A list since probably back when he was outselling everybody back in, I guess, the late Golden Age, early Silver Age, and then he went straight to the down B list and then down to the C list, even with the Byrne revival. Sorry.
I'm going to disagree with that a little bit because I think Superman was an A-list character all the way up into the late 70s, even to the mid 80s, as far as interest in comic sales, and that he was dipping. And I do think that Christopher Reeve movie brought new life into him, but he has never been that popular again since.
Nightwing's A-list DC characters are Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Nightwing, well, of course, Aquaman, Hawkman, and Green Lantern.
Interesting, no Flash. You don't have Flash, but you have Green Lantern and Hawkman. That's interesting.
Hawkman, while follow along with me, Qatar Hall from the planet Thanagar Hawkman was a good character. However, he was relegated to backup stories and being a member of the Justice League. And then they tried to revive him, and they started with a graphic novel or a mini-series in prestige format that called Hawk World, which was not supposed to be set in the DC universe, but got so popular that they said, okay, this is going to be, we're going to retcon this into Hawkman. And then they proceeded to so mess up Hawkman's backstory that it became a tangled mishmash of wibbly wobbly, timey wimey bullshit until Hawkman, you can't understand anything about his backstory or who he is. Because at any moment, any of that wibbly wobbly, timey wimey bullshit could unravel on you. See where I'm going with that?
Yeah, I do. And in fact, quite honestly, that's the biggest problem with comics nowadays, or modern comics, is the continuity has been yipped, yanked, rewrote, and messed with so much that it's almost unrecognizable from its original evergreen format, if you will.
They
So
tried
it's hard
to fix it with New 52, but nobody liked it. We talked about that earlier.
I actually did like New 52, but I did have some gripes with it. One of the major gripes I had with it, I did not enjoy the Joker peeling off his own face.
Yeah.
I did. To me, that wasn't Joker. There were some interesting bits they did out of it, but you know, that just that rubbed me wrong from the beginning. But I will say the best of New 52 would be the Court of Owls with Batman. That was A plus.
Got a question for you, comic guy, because I don't keep up with him at all anymore. Sadly, I'm stuck in the Bronze Age, but I did know about the story with the Joker doing that bullshit, and I kind of followed along in a different way, if you know what I mean. But what happened? Did they finally put the Joker's face back on? Did they finally retcon it where it didn't happen? What?
You know, I can't tell you because I didn't watch a lot of it or read a lot of it. But yeah, Henri, you're not alone in that sentiment. There's a lot of people that think that, and quite honestly, there were elements of New 52 that I really enjoyed or that I was reading pretty strongly. But yeah, I'd have to say as a whole, it was a failure. You know, it just was. But there were some good things that came of it. Like I said, the Court of Owls, or I really enjoyed the Jonah Hex New 52 run. Nice.
Going back to Susudio here, who likes Green Hornet and Batman because of the old television show. Now Comics, NOW, Now Comics did a revival of the Green Hornet back, I want to say, in the early 90s. And that started out really, really good, and then it just quit.
Yeah, it just fizzled out because people weren't buying it. That's the problem, Bill. For people like you and me who are fans, the artwork was good, the story was great, and we were really into it, but it didn't sell.
And then they decided that to fix it by bringing Britt Reed back. And then they brought the Jackie Chan version of Kato back as well. And then I gave up on it, and I think they finally canceled it right about that. It just fizzled away. The only positive from New 52 was Red Hood. I didn't like that. I wanted him to stay dead, but yeah, you probably liked it though, didn't you, Jones?
I enjoyed Red Hood, but yeah, I could have seen where to leave him dead would have been all right. Hush, I think Hush comes out of New 52, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe he was slightly before that.
Batman Hush was before New 52 by a number of years, if I'm not mistaken.
But I know in the Hush storyline, that's the first time they hint at that he could still be alive, because Clayface imitates Jason Todd, and he's originally the big reveal when they pull the Hush mask off. It's Jason Todd, but then it's really not.
Well, at one time,
there was
time there were 3 characters in comic books that stayed dead, and we'll ask the chat if they know which 3 they are, and I'll go ahead and tell them which one is still dead. All right, first, Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben dead, stayed dead. Then Flash died in the Crisis, dead, stayed dead. Then Jason Todd got killed in Death in the Family and stayed dead. And for the longest time, these were the only 3 characters that stayed dead in comics. Out of all,
I would add Norman Osborn's Green Goblin to that. He was dead for like 20, 30 years before they brought him back.
But anyway, out of all of those, there's only one of them that's still dead as far as I know. And have they ever brought him back? And that'd be Uncle Ben, right?
Well, and then the old joke we used to tell when we were kids, the only people that stay dead in comics are Batman's parents and Uncle Ben. And yeah, Gwen Stacy was gone a long time. Same with Bucky Barnes. Bucky Barnes was gone. Bucky Barnes was probably gone 50, 60 years before they brought him back. Yeah, they've all been brought back. Even Batman's parents were brought back. Uncle Ben was brought back. I mean, not in a permanent way, but in either dream sequences or clones or tales where the villains use them to mess with the heroes' minds. You know, like they've all been brought back either by bad writing or good writing or what have you. You know, but I do enjoy. That's why I liked, you know, like reading Dick Tracy. That all of Dick Tracy's villains are killed off and left dead, and they're not brought back. You know.
Well, we never knew Uncle Ben. All we know about Uncle Ben was that he gave Peter Parker the piece of advice that he had to live with for the rest of his life.
Yeah, Uncle Ben's in a couple panels in the Amazing Fantasy 15, and then he's gone, and he only reappears in dream sequences or in flashbacks or memories.
I got one for you, John. We're talking about Amazing Fantasy 15. What breakfast meal did Aunt May serve Peter Parker?
Oh, wheat cakes.
What the fuck are wheat cakes? That has bugged me for, I don't know, 40 years.
You know, I've never had one, but I do know that it's a staple in the Peter Parker diet. And even in the latest video game, there's a moment where he gets Aunt May's recipe for wheat cakes. It's in the video game. So, yeah, I don't know.
And by the way, John, thank you for joining us tonight. And when I get finished with all this, whenever that is, I want to chat with you. We'll get on the Instagram thingy. I think I sent you a message.
Well, it is starting to storm pretty hard here at the Joneser house, and so if I get booted off, that's just what happened.
Well, if you get booted off, I'll boot myself off, I guess. I do have a list of music and fun set up. You want to go ahead and do that now?
Absolutely.
There we go. Gotta teach Joneser how to talk on air instead of nodding heads and stuff like that.
Oh, I'm having trouble hearing you over the rain and the thunder.
Oh, is it that damn bad? Hell.
Yeah, I can't believe the mic's not picking it up.
Oh no. That your noise gate's going to keep that from happening.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's thundering and booming and raining, and you can hear the pitter patter on the little windows right above my head.
Let me teach Joneser something before we hit music and fun. There's a noise gate keeps me from hearing lyric in the background as well. So when lyric's in there and he's bugging the shit out of you, and you turn around and scream and holler at him, I'm not hearing him, but you are. And it's driving you insane.
Driving me nuts. There's a couple. Well, because what's happening the last time that happened, he was getting aggro on his video game, so he was, and I was just like, man, just quit.
Did it bug you in the MCU that Spider-Man got the great responsibility line from Aunt May instead of Uncle Ben?
Which Spider-Man movie was that?
That would be the last Spider-Man movie where he had to go and live in Tony Stark's place,
well, didn't they bypass the whole Uncle Ben story?
Yeah, Uncle Ben was never even in those, so they had to use her, and I didn't have a problem with it considering. Hey Jamie, no, I didn't have any problem with it, and Uncle Ben never appeared in the MCU Spider-Man movie.
You know, I think the best Spider-Man origin story they did was when the Tobey Maguire one.
Well,
I thought that was powerful.
I mean, yeah, the No Way Home. Thank you. The thing is, Spider-Man, that was a late entry to MCU anyway because of the rights with Sony and the jiggery pokery
tied up.
Yeah, the jiggery pokery behind that is mind blowing. How they ended up getting that.
Well, I mean, Marvel was filing for bankruptcy in the 90s, and one of the things they did to stave it off was to sell the rights off to the filming rights to a lot of their big time superheroes, because they had to know that Spider-Man movie was going to be gold once it was able to be made. But it was one of the things they were sitting on to keep the
Sam
vultures from the
Sam
door.
Raimi Spider-Man movie was probably the best version of a Spider-Man on silver screen ever.
I enjoyed it. It had its problems. I would have to say the Sam Raimi trilogy, the thing that bugs me the most in it is in all three movies that has the same ending, where Spider-Man rips off his mask and him and the villain have a heart-to-heart, and then they forgive each other in the end. All three times.
You're right.
It was like kind of a trope where you were like, oh God, here goes the mask. Here comes the heart-to-heart again.
They even touched on that in that Cosmic Idiocy movie with Doctor Strange.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, it is good. And plus, I as a comic fan and Dr. Octopus being one of my favorite villains, to try to show him as some benevolent married, guy with a heart, oh shucks, like I didn't like that. I preferred the old, glasses and the soup bowl haircut and the evil Dr. Octopus. It had no good in him, and he, it's that was what I wanted. But did they tell a good story with that? Yes. Did they get a good character to play that? Yeah. But then, okay, you did that at the end of that movie. Did you have to do it again with Sandman in the next one?
The other thing that bugged me was the third movie sucked balls, in my opinion, and it was because they shoehorned Venom into it because he was so popular at the time.
Yeah, and Raimi didn't want to do Venom. He kind of got pressured from the studio to put him in there. He was going to stick with it. And that's the other thing that I wish, if you leave these directors alone and let them do their movies, they'd probably do a lot better. But somebody in the freaking high tower thinks they know better than the guy doing it.
They sit there and they stir the pot and they stick there on. The world's worst is that Peter Gruber, whatever his name is, that John Peter.
Because imagine what the third Batman movie would have been if Tim Burton would have been left to do it.
Exactly. Oh, let's put a giant spider in.
But they were worried about selling Happy Meals, so we had to do what we did.
Put a Chewbacca in it. Yeah, that'd be great. Star Wars was good. The guy was a hairdresser. I don't know how he ended up being some kind of a movie mogul. All right, music and fun. We got Joneser's video in here. Two Joneser videos. One vacation, and the other one is Dick Tracy. You ready? We go.
Joneser went on vacation under California sun. Lost his wallet on purpose, just to dodge and have fun. Hit the beach like a hero, no sunscreen on his skin. Burned up brighter than red fire, wore his courage paper thin. Live it up in the sunshine, lose yourself in the ride. Jones's wild vacation, it's a roller coaster slide. Cards and slots in the evening, love came knocking on his door. Royal flush hit the jackpot, didn't need that wallet no more. From beachside birds to poker go, Joneser had a blast. With every twist and turn, he made memories that last. Hit the beach like a hero, no big hero, sunscreen on his skin. Notice and sluts in the evening. Luck came knocking on his door. Royal flush hit the jackpot. Didn't need that wallet no more. From B-side burns to poker gold, Joneser had a blast. With every twist and turn, he made memories that last. From B-side burns to poker gold.
E-Man getting ready to the blue. Skeletor with plans for something new. Gotta wash away the dirt from the day. Evelyn and Tila got something to say. Grab that soap, start to ladder up now. Nobody's gonna go down on you. Water splashing as we sing this song. Staying fresh is where you belong. We won't go down unless you're clean. Shiny bright like a hero's dream. Gotta scrub to earn that glow. He-Man and Skeletor, let's go. Evelyn has got demands. Teal's watching, watch that cock. No more grime and no more dirt. Clean you up, you big pervert. Rub a dub, make the helmet gleam. If you want fun, you need to scheme. Shower time, it won't last long. Join the clean and sing along. We won't go down unless you're clean. Shiny bright like a hero's dream. Gotta scrub to earn that glow. He-Man and Skeletor, let's go. Go down unless you're clean. Shiny bright like a hero's dream. Gotta scrub to earn that blow. He-Man and Skeletor, let's go. Go down unless you're clean. Shiny bright like a hero's dream. Gotta scrub to earn that blow. He-Man and Skeletor, let's go. He-Man getting ready for super blue. Skeletor with plans for something new. Skills watching, watch that cock. No more grind and no more dirt. Clean you up, you big pervert. He-Man, Skeletor, let's go. He-Man, Skeletor, let's go. Evelyn has got demands. Tila's watching, watch that cock. No more grind and no more dirt. Clean you up, you big pervert. Rub a dub, make the helmet gleam. If you want fun, you need to scheme. Shower time, it won't last long. Join the clean and sing along. And sing along. Dream. Gotta scrub to earn that blow. He-Man and Skeletor, let's go.
In a shiny helmet, I'm strut. Private director on the move. On the move. Selling weapons, making bucks. Cobra's got nothing to lose. Money stacks, they rise so high. Profit director, watch me fuck. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Mars profits never lie. Money, money, money. Cobra pays while bitches suck. Gold plated gear all around. Baroness sucks my dick. Get it, girl. Overcharged the commander. Make me rich. Ain't no shame in my kick. Money stacks, they rise so high. Profit director, watch me fuck. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Mars profits never lie. Money, money, money. Cobra pays while bitches suck. Cobra world in my hand. Weapons spread across the land. Profit director, pimp daddy. Got the plan. Making that money. Cashing in on demand. Money stacks, they rise so high. Profit director, watch me fuck. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Mars profits never lie. Money, money, money. Cobra pays while bitches suck. and spread across the land. Profit director got the plan. You can get money cashing in on demand. Money stacks, they rise so high. Profit director, watch me fuck. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Mars profits never lie. Money, money, money. Cobra pays while bitches suck.
Okay, Mumbles. Big Boy's on his way to the slammer. Itchy's probably at the bottom of the river. You are in the hot seat. Now, where is Flat Top?
What are you talking about, Grady? I don't know what.
No point denying it, Mumbles. We got plenty of photos of the two of you together. Cooperate. Maybe get a lighter sentence.
You got nothing on me. I didn't do nothing on my mother. Forget it, Sam. I'm done playing nice. Hit the lights.
Sorry, Mumbles. Looks like you're in for a long night.
You giving me the degree. I don't want my lawyer. This ends when you tell me where Flat Top is. Unfortunately for you, Mumbles, I don't believe you. Sam, why don't you go ahead and see what you can get out of him? I'm getting a coffee.
Calling Dick Tracy. Come in, Tracy.
What do you need, Pat? I'm kind of in the middle of something here.
Tracy, Flat Top's out on 5th and G, firing indiscriminately. 2 officers and a few civilians are down. He's screaming for you.
I'm on my way.
Where's Tracy? He doesn't have the guts to face me. I'll kill every copper until I see he shows.
He's out of control. Lost his mind. I'll have to wait for the right moment.
There he is.
Steady, Tracy. He's gonna be out soon. Now! What? Reload? Not now! This is Tracy. Suspect is down. Repeat, suspect is down.
All right, Tracy. Dispatching an ambulance.
All right, here we are back again. Jones are joining me tonight. What are you gonna do tomorrow? Fortunate.
I'm gonna go to work if I can sleep and get a couple hours in. I missed quite a bit of time this week. And then, like I was saying there in the chat, I am proud to report that the voice recording for episode 2 has been completed. So my process basically is I'm trying something a little different this time. I filmed or recorded the voices first, and then now I'm going to shoot and put the voices to the animation to hopefully get a better result of the story progression. Episode 2 is probably going to be twice as long, if not more. The sets will probably look about the same or worse, because it just is what it is. That's been kind of the holdup, is I've been trying to make it look better, and some things will look better. Like I've got Dick Tracy's desk is obviously going to look a lot better.
Looks kind of similar to my Clark Kent desk.
You know, and Lyric made a desk lamp, which is going to be about the same quality that the other things were, you know, and so we've got the sets being built, and there's going to be 5 villains in the next episode. I'm not going to say who they are, and some story progression, you know, and of course our 2 favorite cops, Dick Tracy and Sam Ketchum, on the case going after the latest villain. And I believe I'm going to change stories. This series is going to go for a while. I finally just got off my ass and started just doing something with it instead of pining for what I didn't have.
Okay, so Nightwing says, we're going to talk more about Evil Masters of the Universe / Thundercats. And a bunch of people follow Weird Fantastic Toys. There. Well, Bill, I saluted him back. And All Music Fan 88's Jeff says, perfect for any toy lines. Absolutely. Well, I am going to go ahead and say goodnight to everyone here. Me and you can play afterwards, Jones. And I do want to talk to you, John, when I get a chance about some issues with something else. We'll talk later. But anyway, yeah. I enjoyed having everyone here. Unfortunately, I planned on Friday doing the interview with Big Daddy Storm, but unfortunately the audio on that was shitty, and so we're going to reshoot that, and this gives Joneser a chance to join as well if he can make it, because he was unable to make Wednesday's shoot because of medical issues. So hopefully that is resolved. You look chipper and no worse for the wear, so I think you're going to be okay there, my friend.
Yeah, I think the stuff happens for a reason, and I was a little sad that I couldn't be a part of that interview, and I knew if I was, because I did think about coming on, but I wasn't going to be at my best. I was going to be whatever the dopiest you've ever seen me on the show.
I think that's what I told everybody over there in the members chat, that they gave you some dope and sent you home and told you to come back tomorrow. What a bunch of load of crap.
Well, that's somewhat true and somewhat isn't, but that's basically what ended up happening, you know.
Good night to you too, Nightwing. We'll be back tomorrow night. We're gonna figure out something, I'm sure. Have a great weekend. I don't know if you got to work over the weekend or not, but this is Labor Day weekend for me, and so I'll be off on Monday as well. But Joneser and I are going to try to get an interview done with Big Daddy Storm, and this is going to be good if I can get it done. And this time I'm going to do a good sound check before I even start recording to make sure that everything's going to come out right. But you know what we always say here, folks. We'll see you next time on Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. In the meantime, keep on collecting. Stay fantastic. Good journey, everyone.
Special thanks to the channel supporters. Without your help, these adventures would not be possible. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's adventure, please hit like, subscribe, and share the video.